Hi guys, so just wanted to share a quick story that we hope will be helpful at some age, real life moments that we hope will be helpful to other families. Emmy is homeschooled and recently she caught chickenpox, right? So with that, like
It was like 4 or 5 months ago.
she's been playing in makeup, so excuse the look. She looks beautiful. You did a good job, right?
Really?
Yeah. So, yeah, like a couple of months ago, she went to a children's museum and then she came back. And the next day, I noticed her skin was like irritated. And as you can see, she has very beautiful and clear skin. So, unlike mommy, we're working on that. But it's okay. The truth,
Don't roast yourself.
whatever the
Good.
truth is, the truth. Thank you. So, it was very easy to notice that something was going on with her. So, I began to like investigate like what it could be. Right away I had my suspicions that it was chickenpox. So we began to monitor it for like the next 24 hours. She started to itch, and then like it was looking like the little bumps that kind of appear, like those small tiny bumps that appear.
But they weren't red, luckily.
Well, yeah,
Red means bad.
what she means is they never got infected. So let's talk about that part. That's why we're making the video, to help other families. So she had the little breakout, let's call it a breakout. She had actual chickenpox, the virus, but she didn't get the infection that would cause it to like blister up or kind of like, protrude and like bubble up and like cause that really bad itching and irritation that is so commonly associated with chickenpox. And that never happened the entire time. So she was done with this.
It took 3 days and then boom, I was better.
So she felt it took 3 days, but I did monitor her for like about a week. So let's just say it took about a week or five days to 7 days for her to completely recover to where I feel comfortable having her around other kids and resuming like her normal activities. So what we did, that's the key thing right there. And this is a miracle. When I tell you nature is everything and all we need is already here, it is the truest form of truth that I can share with you. So all we did was use apple cider vinegar in her baths. So I just poured,
and cocoa butter for moisturize.
well, we do that anyway, but we used apple cider vinegar in her bath. And when we're using the apple cider vinegar, we're pouring it inside the bath the same way that you would pour like your bubble in a bath. And like obviously you don't have to use that much, but I'm just telling you what we did in case you want the same experience or this information is helpful. And she never got the infection. So if you don't know, apple cider vinegar is a natural astringent, and so it does clean very well and kill bacteria and even viruses. And so using that in the bath, it is safe for your skin. You can also use it as a toner. It's a natural skin toner. I should practice what I preach. I know these things, but that's not the way I use it. I used it for this to heal my child and fight this virus. And so we just put like a generous amount. Sometimes I did like a capful or two. Sometimes I just open poured it, like just free-handed the pour. But either way, we just used apple cider vinegar in her baths, and I did this daily. I didn't like give her multiple baths a day. I gave her the same normal bath routine that she was having. And then the very popular Aveeno ointment that parents and families typically use when the child might have chickenpox breakout, we used that also. And it was a very small container. It was like, I forget the exact size.
Like a toothpaste. Like
yeah, good job.
On-the-go toothpaste thing.
Yeah, it was like the size of a travel size toothpaste. So it's a very small, and we kept that same one the entire time. Like we didn't run out, as we only applied it to the portions of her skin that was irritated. So how far did it spread? I noticed it on her legs when she first came. I guess like back like within 24 hours when she's having bath, I noticed it on her legs. And I was like, oh, we're going to keep an eye on this because I think I know what this is. And then it began to spread to her stomach by like day 2, and then her chest. But it never spread past that. It never.
Yeah, like on my face.
It didn't get to her face.
Bigger.
It wasn't on her arms.
On my tongue.
Yeah, and you know, some people get them in their mouths, so, and on top of their head and all these places. But like you hear her saying, it didn't spread. It didn't spread. It just made it to those places. And we did this bath routine for a week just because I wanted to make sure that she wasn't contagious and that the virus was completely gone. And she has no scars. You can't even tell that this happened. And that's what we did. So if it works for us, we know it'll work for you too. I hope this was helpful. Peace, love, and prosperity. See you next time.